let's just start with the first one, which is git install. We copy the URL and paste and go. We go to downloads, macOS, and then we copy this command. Copy. We open a terminal with command space, terminal. I do it a little bit bigger so you can see. We copy paste. And as I expected, it's not working on the system because brew is not installed on this clean macOS system. So we have just to install it. If you click here on homebrew on the link, then there is a command to install the package manager. Just copy it, go back, paste it here, press enter, provide your password, and it will install brew. Press enter. Okay, this took quite some time, as you can see here on the clock. I fast forwarded it in the video, but yeah, it took several minutes. And now we can go on with the brew command. I paste it in again, press enter, and now it should work. Okay, git is installed, so we can verify with git --version. And there we go, it's installed. So we can go on with the next step and check this as done. Then we go to nodejs.org, paste it in. Then we download Node.js. Make sure you are on version 22 for now, because we have some problems with the newest version. And yeah, it will work with this version and is tested with this version. So let's click download. It downloaded the file. I just click it. Yeah, continue, continue. I agree, and install. I have to provide my password again. That's okay. Everything installed. Then we can delete the installer. We don't need it anymore. We can close the browser. And then we can also verify if Node is installed properly. Took some time, but here we go. And we can also verify if the package manager from Node npm is installed properly. So we can check this one, and we did the checks as well. So we are good to go to install the next application runner we need. So just copy it in the terminal again. So we install pnpm, press enter, and we got an error here. Let's see what it is. So we go a little bit down, then we can see here. Where is it? Here. We need to run it as root, otherwise it can't not install it. So just do sudo and paste the command again. And it will ask for the password again. It's okay. And we are good to go. so it's installed. Then we can check again for pnpm the version. Verified. Yeah, verified. That's okay. Check this as well. As next step, just to be sure, we check if the port is in use or not. Normally it should not be in use, but let's check. Okay, nothing. So nothing is returned, so the port is not in use, otherwise there would be a list of applications. So we can check this as well. Then we can go on with cloning the Git repository, so the actual Bolt application. Therefore, let's check in which directory we are at the moment. You can check your current direction with pwd. You see I'm in this direction. So I guess it's okay for me. If you don't like to clone it in this folder, you can go to another folder and clone it there. So we just copy the command, paste it, and it's done. So we can do ls again, and we can see it here. There's Bolt.diy. So done. Yeah, as optional, I have here the download from the sources directly. So if you don't want to clone the repository and don't want to install Git, then you can go to the website. So to the GitHub repository, paste it here, go there, and then you are in the releases. Then you just click the newest version, scroll down and download the zip, and if you open it, you see you have Bolt in there, so you can just extract it and then go from there. So here's the version also within the folder name, so that's the only difference. So as you see here, it's just Bolt.diy. So then we go into the current and the directory Bolt.diy, paste it here. So it's just cd. So in case you need to, you downloaded it without Git, you just would go to the version folder like this, something, yeah. And go in, ls again, yeah, we are in the right folder. Then we can copy this one, paste it. So, okay, I see this is the wrong command. I have to adapt it. Just copied it from the Windows task list. So in Linux or macOS, it's just cp for copy. Paste it. Okay. And again, so if we take a look here in the folder, then we see with ls not the files we created because they are hidden. So if we do is this command ls minus -lah, then we can see all files, also the hidden ones, and then we see here the file we copied. So it's just the example file. You can copy this name just by marking it. You can open it with nano if you want. It's an editor for the terminal. Oh, I copied something wrong. Let's go out to nano env.local. Yeah, and here you could set your API keys if you have something for a provider. I don't want to do it right now because we can do it later in the UI as well. So let's just go out with Control X. Then we check this item. Yeah, I explained this one. And then we can install the dependencies for Bolt.diy. Just copy paste, pnpm install, enter. So while this is installing, here in the checklist, you see this little icon here where you can click and get some more information for some tasks. So you see there are a few tasks where this appears, and there you can get some more information on what to do. So this is done. Check this as well. And then we can start Bolt.diy. Just copy again, paste, enter. So now it's starting up. We can see here the current version. We can see here the commit. So the newest version. And as you see, as soon as you see this URL, you can open it. Just copy it by selecting it, press enter to copy it, and paste. Oh, looks like this did not work here on Mac, so let's just write it here. 5173. And there we go. Bolt ready and installed. So can be the case that it does these optimizing and then maybe it's not loading right away, so just wait and then just do a Control R or do reload here in the browser, and then it should work. Okay, yeah, as you see now we see the providers and everything is fine, so we can mark this as checked and this one as checked, and then we can go on to create a Google API key to test out Bolt.diy. So we go to Google, we choose Gemini 2.0 Flash, and then we have to set our API key here. So in case you don't have one, you can click here on this icon. Do a little bit bigger. So you can here click get API key. Then you sign in. So I signed in and skip this section a bit, and then you see this screen. You can click get API key. I guess it's in English. I don't know why it's in German for me right now. I have my browser in English, so I don't know, but click this button. Then you can create a new API key, choose Gemini API. You don't see the other one, so just choose Gemini API, click generate, copy it. I will delete it after I recorded the video, so it doesn't matter that you can see. Copy, go back to Bolt, add it here and paste. Check this one, and then we are done with this. Then we can copy this simple prompt to create a landing page for Bolt. So we copy paste and click start. And here we go. It's building our landing page, so it's quite fast. So we don't have to wait very long to get a result. And there we are. So it created this, yeah, it's not the nicest at the moment, but you can iterate and get some more stuff done. So maybe we can do additional prompt, add some SVG images for the featured projects, please. So it's implementing again. It's reloading the internal server. And it's done. So we can back here, reload if not done automatically. And yeah, it created some simple images here, just with numeration. But yes, we are good to go. Everything works as expected. So yeah, we are done with installing Bolt.diy. There are some informations. Here's a troubleshooting guide. You can just open it, copy, paste. Yeah, here's the official docs. You find a lot of information also on how to install it on Docker or other stuff, tips and tricks. Maybe more interesting for you right now is the FAQs, where are listed some models which work best with Bolt, and also make sure you read this one here as models with less than 7B parameters not working well. This is mostly for the users who want to use Ollama on local system. So you would need at least this Quen model to get proper results on your local system. Yeah, there are other stuff you can read through if you have problems. And then there is the last link to the community. So if you go there, then you come to the Automator community where you can get help if you have problems. So just go to issues and troubleshooting, and if you signed in, you can open a new topic or search for related topics for your problems. A lot of stuff open here, so maybe you'll find a solution to your problem. You can also search here on top and hopefully get someone to help you. Perfect. Then I guess we are done. Then thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed and get it running, and let me know in the comments if you need more, if you need other videos, if you need help. And yeah, appreciate it, and like and subscribe. Thank you very much.